Welcome to the Never Been Promoted podcast with Thomas Helfrich. Get ready for a thrilling adventure as we uncover entrepreneurial journeys and life-changing business insights every week. And now your host, Thomas.
There's a single characteristic that I've found in every entrepreneur. And one thing that comes through in every one of them is they have a deep-seated need to be their own boss, to control their own time. They hate chasing the dreams of others by working for them. And it's not a bad thing to work for people, don't get me wrong. But when you're an entrepreneur, it's like a living hell. You do not want to work for other people. You want to chase your own dreams. Hi, I'm Thomas Helfrich. I'm the podcast host, but I'm also an entrepreneur as well. I'm the founder and CEO of InstantlyRelevant.com. But I didn't start out there. I started off in the corporate world, likely like you. But since then, I've learned a few things, and I've gone on this journey in the last few years on becoming an entrepreneur, and I would have loved to have the resources that I'm about to give to you in this podcast. This podcast is going to focus on the entrepreneurial journey, and there's three main phases of the entrepreneurial journey that we'll cover. It's the unraveling, the unbounding, and unleashing. And the first part's the unravel. This is when you ideate. What are you going to become? What are you good at? What are you bad at? What do you think you could do, and what would you going to have to do to get there? When you figure out what that is, you're going to move into the next phase of your entrepreneurship world, which is the unbounding. And this is where you make excuses. This is where you have challenges, roadblocks, people in your way, money challenges. I'm going to talk about getting through those obstacles so you can get to the final stage is when you unleash your entrepreneurial spirit. When you're out there, no safety net. It's your idea. It's your business. It's your team. It's your model. Nothing holds you back but you. I've worked with hundreds of entrepreneurs, helping them through their entrepreneurial journey. I'm going to share real-world examples that I've learned from other entrepreneurs and my own company. Everything I'm going to give you is going to be really tangible. It's going to be about the action, the lessons, and the things that have been learned. The content that we'll create will be practical. It'll help you meet you where you are in your journey, where you are in the season of your entrepreneurial life. This is one of the most rewardful journeys I've ever been on in my life. It's also been one of the hardest. There's an emotional roller coaster you go through daily. There are successes and failures you have to deal with. And there's lots of things that you don't know that you're going to need to know how to do. From technology to accounting to reading profit and loss sheets to customer service, all the things that you're going to have to go through. You'll put a new hat on if you become an entrepreneur. And having a guide is what this podcast is about. Weekly, we're going to produce the show. I'm going to be doing some solo shows where I'm going to use real life examples from my business, maybe even from that week, about what I've learned, what I could have done differently, and what you should do. I'll bring on experts in relative fields as well as other entrepreneurs to share their stories. The whole goal and mission of this is to help every entrepreneur that listens to this become a better entrepreneur today and better at being an entrepreneur tomorrow. To help them accelerate what their business is going to do for the world, to help them become the entrepreneur they want, to help them unleash their entrepreneur into the world. This show is really for the entrepreneurial mindset. It doesn't matter if you're working for a company or not. If you're ever going to become an entrepreneur, or maybe you've already taken the step, this is for you. This is to help you become better at what you want to become in your life. I want to help you be happier in your life, redefine what work means. I want you to be up every morning excited to do what you set out to do in your life. We'll have some fun, some humor in the podcast. We'll use some great analogies and great interactions to tell these stories so you can learn from it. You entrepreneurs, you thinking of becoming the entrepreneur, those already in the middle of the journey, I applaud you. The world needs more of you, and I'm so happy that you're joining me weekly for this adventure. Welcome to the Never Been Promoted podcast. Let's unleash your entrepreneur.
Thanks for listening to Never Been Promoted with Thomas Helfrich. Make sure to check the show notes for our guest contact information and any relevant links. Connect with Thomas personally at neverbeenpromoted.com.